I'm the first presenter in this group. My name is Nurul Ain Nusrah binti Muhammad Azam, and I will explain about developing network security strategy. There is 12-step program in network security design. The first one is identify network assets. The second one is analyze security risks. Then analyze security requirement and trade-off. Then develop security plan. Next, define security policy. Next, develop procedure for applying security policies. Next is develop technical implementation strategy. Next, achieve buy-in from user, manager, and technical staff. Next, train user, manager, and technical staff. Next, implement the technical strategy and security procedure. Next, test the security and update if any problem. And the last step for network security strategy is maintain security. Okay, now we go to network assets. There is several network assets which are intellectual property, hardware, company reputation, data, trade secrets, software, and application. These network assets include network hosts, including the host operating system, application and data, internet networking device such as router and switch, and network data that travels the network. And the less obvious is but still important asset which include intellectual property, trade secrets, and company reputation. Next, we go to analyzing security risks. The security risk because of the first one is hacked network device, which is data can be intercepted, analyzed, altered, or deleted, and user password can be compromised. And also, device configuration can be changed. The second one is because recursion attack, which is computer attack in which an intruder engages with the targeted system to gather information about vulnerabilities. And the last one is denial of service attack. Next, we go to the security trade-off. Trade-off must be made between security costs and costs for affordability, usability, performance, and availability and manageability. Now we go to the developing security plans. Security plan focus on time and people. How will user or manager be involved? We specify time, people, and other resources that will require to develop a security policy and achieve implementation of the policy. And we go to how user will be training on security policies and procedure, which is going to be high-level document that propose what an organization is going to do to meet security requirements. Next, we go to developing security policy. Security policy is a formal statement of the rules by which people who are given access to an organization and information assets must be abided. The component of security policy should have access policy, accountability policy, authentication policy, and computer technology purchasing guideline.
I'm the second presenter. My name is Nur Sati Nazira binti Muhammad Izwan, security mechanism. There have 9 types of security mechanism, which is physical security. Physical security is the protection for personal and network data from physical action or events that are including natural disaster and so on. Next, authentication. Authentication is the process of verifying the identity of a person or device. An example is entering a username and password before login account. Next, authorization. Authorization is a privilege. An example, their policy must ensure that the correct individual to access their account online for verifying. Next, accounting. Accounting same is the process of recording financial transactions pertaining to a business and so on. Next, data encryption. Data encryption is a security method where the information is encoded and can only be accessed by a user with the correct encryption key. Next, we continue with the packet filter. Packet filter can controlling access to a network by analyzing the incoming and outgoing packet based on IP address for the source and the destination. Next, we continue with firewalls. Firewall can prevent the unauthorized internet user from accessing a private network connected to the internet, especially intranet. Next, IDS. IDS means Instruction Detection System. TACs are network security technology for detecting vulnerability exploit against a target application or computer. Lastly, IPS. IPS is an instruction prevention system. It's continually monitor our network and possible to malicious incident and capturing information without permission. Encryption for confidential and integrity. Public and private key system for ensuring data confidentiality. Host A encrypt data that are using the public key before sent to the host B decrypt the data using the private key. Next, public and private key system for sending a digital signature. There have host A encrypt the data they are using the private key, then host B are decrypt the data using the public key, and host A sending to the host B using the encrypt data.
Hello, I am the third presenter. My name is Mama Ali Rozaimi bin Rasid, and I'm gonna explain about modularizing security design. There are 3 modules in security design. The first one is security defense in depth. Security defense in depth states that network security should be multi-layered with many different techniques used to protect the network. Secondly, there is belt and suspender approach that is used as backup mechanism. A networking example is to use a dedicated firewall to limit access to resources and a packet filtering router that adds another line of defense. The third one is secure all components of a modular design. Example of modular approach to security designs include internet connections, remote access and VPN, network services and management, server farms, user services, and wireless networks. Next, we are going to look a bit at Cisco Safe. Cisco Safe Security Reference Model. This reference model addresses security in every module of a modular network architecture. As you can see, many modular network architecture is applied in this model. We have management, campus, data center, core, one edge, extranet, internet edge, e-commerce, wide area network. Continuing from the last slide, we also have internet. Internet will be connected to wide area network edge, extranet, internet edge, e-commerce, branches, partner site, teleworker, and Cisco sensor base.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Syairah binti Muhammad, and in this slide, we will discuss about securing internet connection. Here, we have type of securing an internet connection. The first one is physical security, and the second one is routing protocol support authentication. Internet connection should be secured with a set of overlapping security mechanisms, including these two types, and the third one is audit log authentication and authorization, and the firewall's packet filter. Most companies have a need for public servers that are accessible from the internet, so we will discuss about securing public servers. Example for securing public server: first, we place server in a DMZ that is protected via firewalls. We run a firewalls on the server itself, and to protect public server from DOS attacks, server administrator should use reliable OS with latest security patches and maintain modularity. In the next slide, we will discuss about security topology. Making sure we have the appropriate services such as web, file, DNS, and mail server. And in this alternative topology is to use two routers as the firewalls and place the DMZ between them. So this topology called a three-part firewall topology. Next, DMZ topology. For larger client, it is recommended that you use a dedicated firewall in addition to a router between the internet and the enterprise network. Next, we go to securing remote access and VPNs. Security is critical for remote access technologies and should consist of physical security, firewalls, and for authentication, authorization, and auditing are the most important feature and can be implemented with the CHAP and radius. Next, we go to securing network services. To protect internal network services, we should treat each network device as a high-value host, and login ID and password should be required for accessing device. Use SSH rather than Telnet and change the welcome banner. Now, we go to securing server farm. To maximize security, Both server and end-user software should be carefully selected and maintained. First, deploy network and host IDS. Configure filters that limit connectivity, fix security bugs, required authentication and authorization for server access and management, limit root password to a few people and avoid using guest account.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Amanina. So we go for securing user services. In securing user services, first, we need to specify which applications are allowed to run on network PCs. Second, require personal firewalls and antivirus on network PCs. Third, encourage users to log out when leaving their desk. Fourth, consider using 802.1x port-based security on switches. Next, we go for securing wireless network. To secure wireless network, place VLAN in their own subnet of VLAN, require laptop to run personal firewall and antivirus software, disable SSID broadcasting, require MAC address authentication. Next is VLAN security option. There are 5 options in VLAN security option. There is Wired Equivalent Privacy WEP IEEE 802.11i Wi-Fi Protected Access IEEE 802.1x Extensible Authentication Protocol EAP. There are 2 EAP, that is Lightweight EAP and Protected EAP, and Virtual Private Network VPN. Next is Wired Equivalent Privacy. Wired Equivalent Privacy is a security algorithm for IEEE 802.11 wireless network. WEP user must possess the appropriate WEP key configured on access point. It is 64 or 128-bit key. WEP encrypts data using RC4 stream cipher method. It is infamous for being crackable. Next, we go for WEP alternative. There are 5 alternatives. First, vendor enhancement to WEP. Second, temporal key integrity protocol (TKIP). Third, advanced encryption standard AES. Fourth, Wi-Fi protected access WPA. Fifth, Wi-Fi protected access to WPA2. Next is extensible authentication protocol with 802.1x and EAP device takes on 3 roles. The supplier resides on the wireless LAN client, the authenticator resides on the access point, the authentication server resides on a radio server. EAP supplicant on the client obtain credential from user. Credentials are passed by authenticator to server and session key is created. Client must re-authenticate periodically to maintain network connectivity. The authentication generates new WEP key.
Second, EAP Transport Layer Security EAP TLS. Third, Protected EAP PEAP. Fourth, EAP/MD5. Next, VPN software on wireless client. It is the safest way for wireless networking in corporation. Wireless client requires VPN software. Client connect to VPN concentrator at HQ. VPN creates a tunnel for sending all traffic. VPN security provide user authentication and strong data encryption, and also data integrity. That's all from us.